Welcome to my nightmare.
Let's start this. All right.
Let's start.
What they're waiting for, I don't know what they're waiting for, but they're clearly all wrong. I'm so happy that I ditched that place. It was worth ditching that place. It was my mistake. It was their mistake. We all should have checked, but we didn't.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today we came to Ganghwa Island again. Now, if you remembered this video, you can go watch it, or here. This video was quite a big hit because I made this beautiful black and white minimalist photo of the water, you know, zigzag patterns and stuff. And today I came back to this island because yesterday there was quite a big storm and today it stopped. So you know what that means? A lot of clouds, beautiful clouds. And of course it's September, so it means Sueda season. So these pink seagrasses are all fully, you know, blooming, and that's why I came here. But apparently I was not the only one who was thinking that. Check this out. There are like 50 other photographers. Welcome to my nightmare. Okay, so this is a nightmare because I'm a very antisocial person and I have to shoot in front of other photographers who are at least like, you know, 20 years older than me or 30 years older than me, I don't know. So for this shot, I only need my 24-105 and my filters. So the other lenses, they can just stay in my car. And well, I don't know how I'm gonna do this, but let's shoot it, I guess.
Alright, so throughout this video I'm gonna mumble a lot because there are a lot of people staring at me, which is making me very, very shy and nervous. So obviously the island is my main subject and I've got my first composition set up right here. But I will have to wait for like 1 or 2 hours because I'm waiting for that highest tide. So when the high tide comes in, these layers here, as you can see probably, will be even more emphasized as the water will fill in these gaps and they will reflect the sky. So that's what I'm trying to shoot. So from the foreground to the mid-ground will be these layers, and on the top third you will be able to see the island just standing in the center, and of course the sky as well. So I'm thinking about either 30-second or 1 minute or 2 minute exposure to motion blur everything basically. But it depends because I don't know how fast the tide will come in. So if it's too fast, then probably 30-second to 1 minute exposure. If it's very slow, then probably 2 minutes will be enough, because I don't want, you know, these layers to be ruined because of the highest tide. I need to shoot it just right before the highest tide. Anyways, we still have like 1 hour or 2 hours left, so let's wait until the tide comes in. Okay, so we have a bad news. I just heard other photographers talking, and apparently the water level today might not be just enough to reach the shoreline, which means all the things I talked about, those prominent lines reflecting the sky and the water coming in and motion blurred everything, that might not happen. So yeah, I don't know. There's only like an hour left until the water comes in, and the water should be here by now, at least a little bit, but it's bone dry. So that's not a good sign. I think those photographers are actually right. And I see some of them are actually packing away and going home. So, Okay, so we've waited long enough and I'm absolutely certain that the water will not come in this far. I can see the water right there, but I think There's like only 30 minutes left and the water will never reach this far in that time. So I think I'm just gonna make my shot right now and move down to that other location that I had in my mind. So I'm using my 10 stopper and my 6 stopper together stacked up, and I'm currently at ISO 100 and f11. And when I made my test shot at about 1 hour, 1 minute and 30 seconds, 1 hour, it was a little bit dark, so this time I'm gonna give it 2 minutes. So ISO 100, f11, 2 minutes, and there we go. And of course, you don't have to wait. So when the shot's done, here's the shot. The motion blur will be absolutely stunning, I'm pretty sure. It was a day when beautiful clouds appeared over Korea after a storm had passed. I was fortunate enough to find a small spot amongst many other photographers to set up my tripod and capture this photo. Although the tide wasn't as high as I had hoped, I consider it a stroke of luck to have discovered this composition at all, because it gives me a reason to return to this place. Alright, so I hope you guys liked that shot, and if you did, please leave a comment below and tell me what you think. I think I'll come back here when the water is a little bit more higher, you know, when the moon is as full, so that the water level will be high. Because today it's not going to happen. I'm absolutely sure it's not going to happen. All the photographers are waiting, but I am absolutely sure it's not going to happen. So what I'm going to do now is that I'm going to go to another place, just like a couple of minutes away from here, and reshoot actually, the same photo that gave me like 20 new subscribers before. So yeah, but it's different conditions because the clouds are here, and that's what I really wanted. All right, so let's go. Let's go. Yep. All right, so you see the zigzag patterns behind me, and that's what I wanted to shoot as my second composition. So my eagle-eyed viewers might know, but I shot this once, as I said before in this video, and I'm reshooting it because when I shot this the last time, it was an overcast day and the clouds were just absolutely thick, and therefore the sky was just pure white. There was nothing. But today, as you can see, a lot of clouds, and therefore I'm gonna shoot this with a long exposure, making it, you know, Ansel Adams-ish, sorry, I'm mumbling. I'm just too excited, you know, that black skies with clouds, you know, like waves and, you know, all that thing, you know, it's gonna be beautiful. So let's start this. All right, let's start. All right, so it was such a good idea to ditch that place, because that place doesn't have any chance right now, because it's like only 10 minutes left until the highest tide, and that place is still very shallow. The water is very shallow, so it's not gonna never reach the shoreline. So what they're waiting for, I don't know what they're waiting for, but they're clearly all wrong. I'm sorry, but that's the truth. That's the truth. So I came to this place instead, where I shot this photo before, and I'm going to remake that shot. But right now the tide is really full, and I think I'm gonna give it like 3 minutes. So there we go. So ISO 100, f11 in 3 minutes. And why I'm giving the reason why I'm giving 3 minutes is that the clouds are very slow today, and therefore I'm gonna need a lot of shutter speed to, you know, motion blur all these clouds. And right before I came here, that previous shot that I showed you a few minutes ago, that was probably, I think it was like 2 minutes, right? Or 3 minutes. I think that was the right shutter speed for the clouds. So that's what I'm gonna do here again. So anyways, when the shot's done, here's the shot. I think this was worth coming. I mean, it was worth ditching that place. It was, yeah, I made the right choice, yeah. All right, here we go. About 10 months ago, when I photographed the same composition, the tide hadn't fully come in yet. Because of that, the zigzag patterns stood out even more. Still, I'm satisfied with the photo I'm sharing with you right now. It may not be exactly the scene I had envisioned, but I believe it truly captures the harmony between the sky filled with beautiful clouds and the sea. Okay, so you just saw this shot and you might be wondering, why did I shoot for 207 seconds instead of 180 seconds, right? 6 times 3 is 180, yeah. Okay, so I actually wanted to shoot it for 3 minutes, but then I forgot when I started. So yeah, that's the problem of using an analog watch. So yeah, I just shot it for like 207 seconds, and still it came out lovely. I mean, the clouds are absolutely great, so I'm really happy with that. And the water, you know, motion blurred and all, that's absolutely great. So I'm so happy that I ditched that place. It was worth ditching that place. And now I have 3 other photographers with me, actually, who are part of that group that you saw from those other 50 photographers. They're part of that group who chose to be here, not instead of there, and they made the right choice. I just told them that they made the right choice, that those people are wasting their time because that water will never come close to the shoreline, as, you know, probably the moon is too far or something like that. I'm not a really science student, so not really sure what I'm talking about, but yeah, the tide is not that high today, so should have checked. It was my mistake, it was their mistake. We all should have checked, but we didn't. So I think that's it for today, because there's nothing else to shoot, and I already shot what I wanted to shoot. There was just 2 shots that I really wanted to shoot, so yeah, it was a simple outing today. And I only hope the video is not that short for you guys. I mean, I know some of you like short videos, but yeah, maybe this one's gonna be a little bit too short, but yeah, sometimes it just happens. But I love the photos today that I made, so I'm happy with that. All right, well, let's pack it up. You know, I only made 2 shots today, but I think it was really successful because, you know, just the clouds, man. I know you guys can see this kind of clouds like every day, probably in America and in Great Britain and Australia or wherever you're from, Germany and stuff. But in Korea, it's very rare. So, you know, I was really happy to be out here and shoot these clouds. It was such a lucky day, you know. All right, anyways, thank you so much for watching, as always. And don't forget to subscribe. If you like this video, please press the like button. If you didn't like this video, then press the dislike button twice. And bye-bye.